Hey you guys, it's mzosofabolousTV. So I'm here today to do my monthly favorites, and I'm really excited about this monthly favorites. I don't have too many products to share with you guys, but the products I do have to share for you guys, majority of these products are new products that just came out on the market. They've been out for a couple of months, and I had time to play with all of these products, so I wanted to share them with you guys. So the first thing that I want to get started with is foundation. So my first favorite I'm going to talk about, and I'm probably the last person on earth that got this actual foundation, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. And the reason why it took me so long to jump on the bandwagon to actually purchase this foundation isn't because of anything in particular. I knew for a fact that my best friend who lives in Atlanta had at her CCO in Atlanta, they actually had the Estee Lauder Double Wear in every single shade there. And for those who don't know what a CCO is it's a cosmetic company outlet store. So they had tons of Estee Lauder products there for the cheap. So basically I got this $10 cheaper than it regularly retails. I believe this foundation retails for $36, and I actually got it for $26. So it took me a while to find my shade with this particular foundation, for the simple fact there were so many different shade ranges, and I felt like in the undertones as well. So it just took me a long time to find an actual shade. I didn't want something that was going to be too light. I didn't want something that was going to be too dark. I tried my best to find the shade that matched me perfect. I actually texted Nitra B to figure out what shade she was, because we wear the same shade foundation in the MAC Pro Longwear foundation. So I was trying to wait on her, but I didn't consider that it was Father's Day when I was texting her. So yeah, so I got the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and the shade that I am in is 5W1 Bronze. So this was the shade that I actually found that matched me the closest, and I'm actually wearing this on my face today, and this is a wonderful foundation. Once again, this is super full coverage, so I wouldn't recommend this foundation for, the girl that has flawless looking skin that doesn't need tons of coverage. This is really more the foundation for those girls who need that triple super full coverage. You have a lot of acneic skin. I wouldn't recommend this for somebody that has dry skin as well, because this does dry down to a matte finish. I have had my makeup on since, I want to say, 11 o'clock, and it's about 9 o'clock now, and it just looks wonderful. It just looks flawless. Absolutely been loving this foundation. The next foundation I got, which is also a new foundation that just came onto the market, this is the Black Opal True Color Pure Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation, and I have truly been enjoying this particular foundation. The texture of it is really nice. It's a matte finish. It's a light to medium coverage. For me, because I don't have too much to cover on my skin, it really gives me a really nice full coverage as well. The shade I got in this is Truly Topaz. I really like this. I'm having an issue trying to find a primer that really works well. A lot of the times, lately what I've been noticing is that my facial primers haven't been working really well with my foundation. So I'm still on the market to try to find a primer that works really well with this. I don't feel as though this, stays as matte as I need it to throughout the day. I do feel like it does give a little bit more of an illuminating finish to my skin rather than a matte finish. So yes, but nevertheless, still love this. And this is a drugstore product. You can find this at CVS. It's only $9.99. And the last foundation I want to talk about, which is my absolute favorite foundation that I have been rocking the last 2 months, is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Foundation. And I know you guys are probably sick of hearing people talk about this, but this stuff is the business, okay? I am super ecstatic. I love this foundation. So this is the Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Foundation. This is just life. The shade I am in is Classic 10. Now, the only thing about this foundation that I do have a con for is that the Classic 10 is a bit dark for me, but I make it work because it is summertime. Now, once I get my tan, this is going to be a fabulous match, but it is a tad bit dark, but because I contour and highlight, you really can't tell that it's that dark on me, but it really is dark. And the next shade up is too light. I feel like there needs to be a shade in between. But this is wonderful. It's a fabulous product. The one con that I didn't like about it, and it took me a while to get this foundation because I didn't want to spend $15 on a drugstore foundation, the price variation changed depending on what area I was in Massachusetts. Like if I was in the city of Boston and I went to my Target, it was like $15. Like it was like, yeah, it was $15. Then when I went home out in the burbs, it was like $13. Then I went midway in between the city and the suburbs and I found it for $11. So it was, the price variation was very weird, and I apologize. There's a freaking huge horsefly flying around my motherfucking room right now. Do you hear it? Do you hear that sucker? Leave me alone. So, and yes, that was my biggest con about this foundation, was the fact that the price varied depending on what area I was in. I didn't feel like it was really consistent. And I mean, I was going to Target looking for it, and the prices were different in every Target that I went to. So yeah, love this. The one thing I want to say that I definitely have noticed with this foundation works best with no primer at all. That's right, I said it. No primer at all. I am one of those people that has to always put a primer underneath my makeup, and I noticed that one day I was rushing to put my makeup on and I forgot to put a primer on, and this worked 10 times better than it did with me putting a primer on beforehand. So that's one thing that I definitely truly enjoy about this. And it says it's a semi-matte finish. There ain't nothing semi about this. This is like a super matte finish foundation, so absolutely loving that. The next two things I want to talk about are two products that are new to the market as well, but they are like taking the market by storm. If you guys are on YouTube all the time, you guys have seen the commercial for it 1,000,001 times, and it is the Maybelline Nudes palette. So I have the Maybelline Blushing Nudes palette, and I have the Maybelline just the Nudes. These palettes are phenomenal. This is a phenomenal drugstore eyeshadow palette. They retail for $9.99 a piece. I am wearing the Revlon Nudes palette on my eyes right now. So the shade I am wearing on my eyes right now, I'm actually wearing this shade right here in my crease. I'm using this brown right here to deepen up my outer V, and then I have this gold and this bronze, these two shades right here on my lids. So if you guys want to see a makeup tutorial on this, I definitely plan, what the heck, you big ass fly. I definitely plan on doing a tutorial using both of these. The Blushing Nudes palette is absolutely beautiful. I don't feel as though, like I was saying, with the Blushing Nudes palette, I don't feel as though the colors, don't get me wrong, the colors are pigmented. They're super pigmented, but they're not as saturated in color as they look in the actual commercial that they show. But I feel like with a colored base, not just a white, I mean, you have to wear a base underneath it that actually mimics the actual color, you'll get that really true color pigmentation that you see on the commercial. But I still love this. Like I said, same thing with this. I do feel like a colored base works well with them. When I don't wear a colored base with the nude palette and I actually take a picture, all the colors just look like black and silver on my eyes. So I actually today used a Milani shadow stick, and I used the Milani Shadows Eyes in golden bronze on my bottom half of my lids in order to get the colors to really show up true in my photos. So yes, absolutely loving these. I definitely think they are worth the hype, especially if you don't have the funds to purchase any high-end makeup. This is a great drugstore brand, and you get all the colors that you need. I mean, you get your nudes and then you get your colors, you mix these together, and I like that they made sure that you had a transition color in both palettes. One thing I don't like with palettes that they do nowadays is like they give you all these colors without a transition color. So I love that you get at least two options of a transition color in both of these palettes, which I really enjoy. And stay tuned and look out for tutorials for both of these, because I definitely will be doing that for you guys. So winding down to the last few bit of products, as you guys know, it's summertime. Everybody wants to glow. They want to look dewy and illuminating. So I want to talk about my two highlighters that I've been loving. The first one is the MAC Superb. It has been my pride and joy. I'm actually wearing this today. As you guys can see, that really nice sheen on my cheeks. Absolutely love this. This is a limited edition product, but there are plenty of highlighters that came out you know, this year that you can find for a dupe for this, so that's wonderful. And the next one I want to talk about is actually an eyeshadow slash highlight, and it's the Milani Bella Chiffon. If you guys have been watching my latest videos and watched my last makeup tutorial, I actually use this as a highlighter on my cheekbones, because on the back of it, it says highlighter slash shimmer. So I've actually been enjoying wearing this if I want a little bit more of a golden highlight to my cheeks. I'm just going to swatch this on my hand so you guys can get an idea of what the color looks like. And that's that right there. It has a really nice yellow gold sheen to it, which I really have been enjoying as well. And it serves two purposes, so you can use it for eyeshadow and your highlight on your cheekbones, which is awesome. Next two things I want to talk about is lips, and it's my favorite lip combo that I have been wearing the last 3 weeks, and I would say it's my version of the Kylie Jenner lip. I hate to call it that, but in all actuality, that's what it looks like. If you guys have been following me on my Snapchat and on my Instagram, and you guys are wondering what that really beautiful like mauve nude lip I've been wearing, it is the City Colors City Chic lip liner in Starlit, and I'm gonna swatch that color for you guys so you know what it looks like. So it's more of like a brick kind of red shade. So it's that color right there in Milani's matte lipstick in Matte Naked. These two colors together are life for me. Absolutely just life. If you guys watch my last video of my birthday haul and my last face makeup tutorial, you guys will see I was actually wearing this combo on my lips, if you guys are wondering. See, the two colors are two totally different colors, but when mixed together they make a beautiful shade, and I have been wearing the hell. When I was in Atlanta for like a week and a half, I wore this color every single mother freaking day. Absolutely loving this lip combo. And last but not least, I actually want to talk about a hygiene product, which is kind of shocking, but I'm really excited. A lot of people that know me, and this is a little bit of TMI, but we're gonna have girl time and I'm gonna share this with you guys. I have overactive sweat glands, and I feel like so I have an IUD in, which is a birth control, so I have the Mirena, and I feel like it has my pH balance out of whack. So for the last, I want to say, year and a half, I feel like there was no deodorant that I could use that actually worked. Like, I know it's disgusting, but like my BO was just like crazy, and I couldn't find a deodorant that really worked for me. And now they do have clinical strength deodorants, but they really never worked for me because I can't use a wet deodorant. I feel like a wet deodorant will cause me to perspire more, so I always needed a dry deodorant. But when I was in CVS, Walgreens, I actually seen that they had the clinical strength secret deodorant in a solid form. So of course I had to try it, and it has been working wonders for me. It's a very expensive deodorant. This is like $13 for this deodorant, but it's well worth it. And I'm so happy that I just decided to go on a whim and try it, because like I said, when the clinical strength deodorants first started coming out, they only came in a liquid form or gel form, and that wasn't working for me. So I was super excited when I seen that they made it in a solid form, and this has been working wonders for me. So I'm super excited that I picked it up, and I definitely have to share that with you guys, because I know there are a lot of people out there. My best friend, she has the issue as well as me. We find that I feel like every other month I have to change out my deodorants, because my body gets used to things really quickly and they stop working. But so far I have been wearing this deodorant for the last 3 months, and it has been doing wonders for me. So thank you. So yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are wondering, my lashes today, or my desired lashes in Fabulous Fixin'. On my lips, I'm wearing the ColourPop lipstick in Flawless. Yes. My earrings are from Charlotte Russe. I just purchased these, so really beautiful starfish. Absolutely love it. My hair is just slicked back in a bun. I am going to be doing an updated natural hair journey for you guys. I haven't done that in years, but if you guys are following me on my Snapchat, mzosofabolousTV, which you should, you would see the crazy amount of hair growth that I got. Like, my hair literally comes like right here now, It's insane. I got a trim today, so I'm really excited about all this growth. Like pretty soon I really do want to start wearing my own hair out for majority of the time rather than wearing wigs, but I'm always gonna wear my wigs, boo-boo. Don't get it twisted. I'm always going to wear my wigs because I like change. But come the winter time, I think I'm going to start wearing my hair a lot more often, and I want to get color. But we're going to talk about that in another video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, remember to always rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/mzosofabolousTV. Facebook, facebook.com/mzosofabulous. And remember, you guys have a nice and wonderful day. Bye, guys.